Shanti. Good morning. We will listen to Baba's Murli for 26th April 25. The essence is, sweet children, you most elevated Brahmins of the confluence age have now come into the lap of God. You have to change from ordinary humans into deities, and so you also need divine virtues. So we are now in confluence age and we are in the lap of God. So we also need, Baba says, divine virtues to change from ordinary humans into deities. And how will we get these divine virtues? When we are in the lap of God, God who is the ocean of all the virtues, we receive all the virtues from him. Question: about what should you Brahmin children remain very, very cautious and why? Answer: you have to remain very cautious throughout the whole day that you do not carry out any sinful acts, because the Father in the form of Dharamraj is standing in front of you. So check yourself. Have I caused sorrow for anyone? To what extent, to what percentage do I follow Shrimat? Do I follow the dictates of Ravan? Once you belong to the Father, there will be 100-fold punishment for every sinful act you perform. Why? Why 100-fold punishment? Because we have the knowledge and Baba is with us. Every day he's guiding us. And in spite of that, if I perform any sin, then the account is different, right? It's like, you know the rules and still you break them, the fine will be more. So Baba says that check yourself, remain cautious. Remember that Dharamraj is watching me. What is or who is Dharamraj? Baba says Dharamraj is the father in the form of Dharamraj. Baba also says many times that Dharamraj is my right hand. So Dharamraj is watching. Understand Dharamraj as, that inner, deep, deep inner conscience. Fine. So even if I'm trying to cheat myself superficially, but my inner conscience, the deep conscience, knows everything. And so I cannot hide or run away from that. Om Shanti. God speaks. It has been explained to you, children, that no human being or deity can be called God. While sitting here, it remains in your intellects that you are Brahmins of the confluence age. Some of you are not even able to constantly remember this much, that I am a Brahmin. So it is not that you really and truly consider yourselves to be Brahmins. Brahmin children have to imbibe divine virtues. We are Brahmins of the confluence age and we are being made into most elevated human beings by Shiv Baba. Not all of you are able to remember this. You repeatedly forget that you are the most elevated Brahmins of the confluence age. Even if you keep this much in your intellect, so Baba says, even if you keep this much in your intellect, that I am the most elevated Brahmin of confluence age, it is great fortune for you. Everything is always number wise. Each of you is an effort maker according to your intellect. You now belong to the confluence age. You are the ones who are becoming the most elevated human beings. You know that you will become the most elevated human beings when you remember Abba. Abba means father. The most beloved father. Only by remembering him will your sins be absolved. If someone commits a sin now, 100 times punishment is accumulated in that one's account. Previously, whatever sin you committed, you accumulated 10 times, but now it is 100 times. Now, having come into the lap of God, if you commit sin, you will accumulate 100 times. You children know that the Father is teaching you in order to make you into the most elevated human beings, who then become deities. Those who remember this constantly will continue to do a lot of spiritual service. In order to remain constantly cheerful, show the path to others. And all of us will say this, that when we share knowledge with others, there's that happiness that we experience, inner happiness. huh? So that's why Baba says, share, show this path to others. No matter where you go, constantly keep it in your intellects that you are at the confluence age. This is the most elevated confluence age. Others speak of the most elevated month or year. You say that you are the most elevated Brahmins of the confluence age. Instill this very well in your intellects, that I am a Brahmin in this most elevated confluence age. We are now on the pilgrimage for becoming the most elevated human beings. Even if you remember this much, this is Man Manabhav. You are becoming the most elevated human beings according to your efforts and your actions. You also need divine virtues and you have to follow Srimad too. All other human beings follow their own dictates, which are the dictates of Ravan. It is not that all of you follow Srimad. There are many who still follow the dictates of Ravan. Some follow Srimad to a certain percentage and others to another percentage. Some follow Srimad only 2%. Even though they are sitting here, they do not stay in remembrance of Shiv Baba. Their intellect's yoga wanders somewhere or other. Check yourself every day. Did I perform any sinful act today? Did I cause sorrow for anyone? You have to caution yourselves a great deal because Dharamraj is also standing here. This is now the time for settling all your accounts. Punishment will also have to be experienced. Now, why Baba uses the strong word punishment is because at this time, each one of us is influenced by the vices. So, whatever actions people perform, it's negative, right? It adds to negative karmic account. So, definitely for negative karmic account, there will be punishment. But now, after coming to Baba, when we understand this knowledge, and I start performing elevated actions, it's neutralizing the negative account, right? And therefore, Baba says that now you have this knowledge. So, in spite of knowing this knowledge, if you still continue to perform any sinful actions, then you receive 100 times in your account. So, it's accumulated minus 100 in the account. So, you children know that you have been sinful for birth after birth. Whenever someone goes to a temple or his guru or a special beloved deity idol, he says, I have been sinful for birth after birth. Forgive me and have mercy on me. Such words are never spoken in Golden Age. There are no words like forgiveness or mercy in Golden Age. Some tell the truth, whereas others tell lies. It is the same here. Baba always says, write your life story and send it to Baba. Some write the total truth, whereas others hide certain things because they are too ashamed to write them. You know that if you do something bad, the fruit you receive from that will also be bad. Elsewhere, it is a matter of a temporary period. Whereas here, it is a matter of a long period of time. If you perform bad acts now, punishment has to be experienced, and you will only go to heaven at the very end. You now know everything about who will become elevated. That is the most elevated divine kingdom, which is Golden Age. You are becoming the most elevated human beings. Nowhere else would anyone be praised in this way. Human beings do not know about the virtues of deities. They only worship the deities. They don't know the virtues of the deities. All the people sing their praise, they are like parrots. This is why Baba says, explain to the devotees. When devotees call themselves degraded sinners, ask them, did you commit sin when you were in the land of silence? There all souls are pure. They become impure here because this world is Tamo Pradhan. Only pure ones live in the new world. It is Ravan that makes you impure. At present, there is the kingdom of Ravan over Bharat in particular and the whole world in general. As are the king and queen, so the subjects, the highest to the lowest. Everyone here is impure. Baba says, I come and make you pure and then return home. Who then makes you impure? It is Ravan. By following my directions, you are now becoming pure once again. So we know the story of Adam and Eve, no? In heaven, and they were forbidden to eat the fruit from the tree, and they were living happily, no body consciousness, 100% soul conscious, happy. But then the serpent on the tree enticed both of them, right? And then Eve gave in and asked Adam, why don't we try the apple? So what did the serpent tell them? The serpent said that, God is hiding a big secret from you. If you taste this apple, you will become like him and you will know many, many secrets. So why don't you try this? So the moment Adam tried the apple, we know afterwards what happened, right? Body consciousness crept in, and so this is the same thing. Baba saying, who made you sinful? Because Baba makes us pure. Who makes us sinful? It is Ravan. So what did Ravan do? Ravan enticed us into eating the forbidden apple, which is the lust. So that's why Baba says it is Ravan. And Ravan keeps influencing everyone. Why don't you do this? Try it, try it. And once someone tries it, that's it. So Baba says, by following my directions, you are now becoming pure once again. Then after half a cycle, you become impure again by following the dictates of Ravan. That is, you become body conscious and influenced by the vices. Those are called devilish directions. The Bharat that was pure has now become impure, and it has to become pure once again. The Father, the purifier, has come to purify it. Just look how many people there are today. How many will there be tomorrow? War will take place. Death is standing in front of you. Where will all of those people be tomorrow? Everybody's body and this old world will be destroyed. The significance of this is now in your intellects, number wise, according to the efforts you make. In front of whom are we sitting? Those who do not understand this are the ones who claim the lowest status. Those who don't even understand this, who is teaching me, who is my father, who is my supreme teacher, Baba says they get the lowest status. What can one do if, according to the drama, it is not in someone's fortune? You children now have to do service and remember the Father. You are the Brahmins of the confluence age. You also have to become like the Father, the ocean of knowledge and the ocean of happiness. You have found the Father who is making you this. The praise of the deities is full of all virtues, etc. 16 celestial degrees, full, 100% non-violent, right? This is the praise of the deities. At present, no one has these virtues. Each of you should constantly ask yourself, to what extent have I become worthy of claiming a high status? Remember the confluence age very well. We Brahmins of the confluence age are the ones who become the most elevated human beings. Sri Krishna is the most elevated human being of that new world. You children know that you are personally sitting in front of Baba. Therefore, you should study even more. You also have to teach others. If you do not teach others, it proves that you yourselves are not studying. That nothing sits in your intellect, not even 5% sits in your intellects. Because remember, when we teach others, it's not like we are referring to notes and then teaching or reading through something and teaching. Baba says that we are speaking or we are teaching from our own experience, from everything that we have imbibed in our lives, right? So that's why Baba says that if you're not able to share knowledge with others, it just means that you have not studied well or you are not studying well. You don't even remember that you are Brahmins of confluence age. Let there be remembrance of the Father in your intellects and also continue to spin the discus. The explanation is very easy. Consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Father. He is the greatest Father of all. The Father says, remember me, and your sins will be absolved. We were those worthy of worship ones who then became worshippers. This mantra is very good. They say that each soul is the supreme soul. Whatever they say is completely wrong. That each soul is a supreme soul. No, it's completely wrong. Souls are separate, the supreme soul is separate. We were pure, and then, while taking 84 births, we became like this. We are now to return home. Today we are here, tomorrow we will return home. We are going to the home of the unlimited Father. This drama is unlimited. It has to repeat. The Father says, forget all the religions of bodies, including your own bodies, and consider yourselves to be souls. We are now to leave our bodies and return home. Remember this very firmly. I am a soul. To remember this and also to remember your home means that your intellect has renounced the whole world, the renunciation of the body and the renunciation of everything else. That's what it means when we say that I am a soul. I am not this body. Because all identity that I have created in this world is with respect to this body. So the more and more I stabilize myself as a soul, it's as though I'm renouncing everything that I thought was me. Because I used to think that I am this body, or I am this person, or I am this name, this role that I play. So those Hatha yogis do not renounce the whole world. Their renunciation is incomplete. You have to renounce the whole world. Those who consider themselves to be their bodies act accordingly. By being body conscious, they adopt all the bad habits of stealing, telling lies, committing sin, etc. They form the habit of speaking loudly too. Then they say, but my voice is like that. They even commit sin 25 to 30 times during the whole day. So see, Baba is saying that even speaking loudly is sin. And sometimes we wonder, I didn't perform any sinful actions. I didn't do anything wrong today. But Baba says check on the most subtlest level. Because remember, sin is first committed at the thought level. So even if in my thoughts I'm getting angry or irritated towards anyone, it's committing a sin. So telling lies is also a sin. They form those habits. Baba says, learn to lower your voice. It doesn't take long to lower your voice. Even dogs can be trained to become good. Monkeys are very sharp. They become familiar with some people and start dancing. Even animals can be reformed. Human beings reform animals, and the Father reforms human beings. Like in the circus and everything, they train the animals. So even animals can be reformed. So Baba says that human beings reform animals, and Baba comes to reform human beings. The Father says, you are also like animals. Therefore, you say that I incarnate in a tortoise and a bear, in a boar, because they say that, that the so many avatars, God takes so many avatars, huh? And different avatars, different animals, and then Krishna and Ram and all the other. So first starts with the animals. So Baba says that's why, because your intellect has become like an animal, you have put me in animals, that I incarnate as an animal. Baba says that's not true. I don't incarnate as an animal, or I don't use an animal as my chariot or my medium to share this knowledge. As your activity, so you have portrayed me in an even worse way than that. Only you know this. The world does not know this. At the end, you will have visions of what you did. You will also come to know how punishment is experienced. You have been performing devotion for half a cycle. You have now found the Father. He says, if you don't follow my directions, your punishment will continue to increase. Therefore, do not commit any more sin. Each of you should keep a chart for yourself, and you also have to imbibe this knowledge. You also need to practice explaining to others. Think about the exhibition pictures and how you can explain them to others. First of all, take up the topic, who is the God of the Gita? Only the Father, the Supreme Father, the Purifier, the Supreme Soul can be the ocean of knowledge. That Father is the Father of all souls. The Father's introduction is needed by everyone. Rishis and Munis, etc., neither have the introduction of the Father nor of the beginning, middle, and end of creation. Therefore, first of all, explain and make them understand so that they write, there is only one God, no one else can be God. So I was visiting someone yesterday, and the person said that, oh, your God is incorporeal. And I said, God is one, and God is incorporeal. We have given different names and different forms to God, but God is one. Each religion or different sects started addressing God with a certain name and started giving God a form, a human form or any form. But God is one, the incorporeal one. And when will we understand that? We will understand when we understand the self to be the soul, incorporeal being. That's when I will understand that my Father is incorporeal. Because we are in this body, and it is so ingrained in us that I am this body, we think that God is also body. So Baba says, there is only one God. No one else can be God. Human beings cannot call themselves God. You children now have the faith that God is incorporeal. The Father is teaching us, and we are His students. As well as the Father, He is also the teacher and the Sadguru. When you remember the one Father, you will also be reminded of both the teacher and the Guru. Your intellects must not wander. Do not simply continue to say Shiv Shiv from your mouth. Baba has been saying this. Even yesterday, Baba said, just don't repeat my name or chant, right? Or just say Shiv Baba, 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 Baba from the mouth. Hmm? He is our Father, the Supreme Teacher. He will take us back with Him. There is so much praise of that one. We have to remember that one. People say that they made the BrahmaKumaris their gurus. You do become their gurus, do you not? However, you wouldn't be called the Father because a guru is someone who guides. So Baba says, okay, they call you guru. Okay, because you're guiding them, but you cannot be called God, the Father. You might be called a teacher or a guru, but not the Father. Only that one Father would be called all three: the Father, teacher, and the true Guru, Satguru. He is the greatest Father of all. Even above this one, Brahma, is that one. You have to explain this very clearly. You also need wisdom in order to explain at exhibitions. You think that you don't have the courage. When there are very large exhibitions, those who are good, serviceable children should go there and serve. Baba does not forbid you. As you make progress, you will continue to shoot arrows of this knowledge at the sages and holy men. Where else can they go? They will all understand this knowledge. They will all come to Baba. Where else can they go? There's only the one shop. Everyone will receive salvation from this one shop. This shop is such that it enables you to show everyone the way to become pure. Then it's up to them whether they become this or not. You children have to pay special attention to doing service. Although you children are sensible, you don't do service fully. Therefore, Baba understands that there are the omens of an eclipse over you. There are omens over everyone. Some are overshadowed by Maya. Then, after 2 days, they become all right again. Children should experience doing service and then come back here. You continue to hold exhibitions anyway. Why is it that people do not understand enough for them to write straight away that Gita was truly spoken by God, Shiv, and not Krishna? Some simply say that this is very good, that it is very beneficial for human beings, and that everyone should be shown this. But none of them say, I too will claim this inheritance. They say, oh, you're doing very good. This is needed. Oh, you're helping so many people. But hardly anybody says that I want to do this. Can you teach me? Can you teach me how I can claim my inheritance from the Supreme Father? Acha, to you, sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to you, spiritual children, and the spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana. Do not become body conscious and speak loudly. Finish that habit. To steal, tell lies, etc., are all sins. In order to be saved from those, remain soul conscious. Death is standing in front of you because there is so much uncertainty nowadays, in today's times. So that's why Baba says death is standing in front of you. Therefore, follow the Father's Srimad and become pure. After belonging to the Father, do not carry out any sinful acts. Make effort to be saved from punishment. Today's blessing. May you have a right to the throne of the kingdom May you have a right to the throne of the kingdom by booking a ticket for the Lok Pasand Sabha, public assembly. Because when you are liked by others, liked by God, liked by the self, you automatically claim a ticket to the throne. When you have a thought or an idea, first of all, check whether that thought or idea is something that the Father would like. That which is liked by the Father will automatically be liked by people. If there is some selfishness in the thought, it would then be said to be liked by yourself. Whereas if it is for the benefit of the world, it would be said to be loved by people and by God. To become a member of the Lok Pasand Sabha, not Lok Sabha, which is in India, but it is Lok Pasand Sabha, which is the gathering of people liking you, means to attain the right to the throne of the kingdom of law and order. So, very important is if you get a thought, check with Baba. Is this something that Baba would like? Or check, would Brahma Baba do this? And if it aligns with that, go ahead with it. And then it becomes a blessing. Slogan: experience God's company and you will remain safe while experiencing everything else. Experience God's company and you will remain safe while experiencing everything else. And that's the whole of your series of this month. Companionship, combined form, right? So today's Avyak signal, just as Shiv Shakti is a combined form, in the same way, Pandavpati, that is Lord of the Pandavas, and the Pandavas have always been a combined form. Pandavpati cannot do anything without the Pandavas. For those who constantly stay in this combined form, it is as though Babdada is in front of them in the corporeal form in all relationships. Wherever you are, you call him, he becomes present in a second. And this is why it is said, the Lord is ever present. He is only a thought away. But how do I have to remember him? I remember him in relationship. So unless I have formed a relationship with God, I will not be able to remember him. And when I remember him with love, in that particular relationship, Baba becomes present. So Pandav, Baba is calling all of us Pandavas today. Pandavas again means the one who guides. So we are all Pandavas, godly Pandavas. We are guiding the whole world. We're guiding all the souls, guiding towards claiming their inheritance, guiding towards liberation in life. So we all are Pandavas combined with Pandavpati, just Shiva, the Lord of the Pandavas. In the Mahabharata, or we have seen that Krishna is shown as Pandavpati, as the Lord of the Pandavas. Krishna is the guide for the Pandavas. But here Baba says that it is Shiv Baba who is the guide. Shiv Baba is the God of the Gita, not Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna is shown in a human form. Shri Krishna is a human with divine virtues, a deity. God is incorporeal. So when Baba says, I am the Lord of the Pandavas, he's talking about the soul. When we think of the Pandavas, we are thinking of these people, the five brothers, right? Human, each one of them had a certain speciality or characteristic. So when we think of Pandavas, we think of the Mahabharata and the five Pandavas and Draupadi and Krishna and everyone actually in their human forms. But here Baba is referring to Pandavpati and Pandavas as the soul, and the Supreme Soul. That's why Baba brings our awareness back to soul consciousness. So when we listen, when we listen to stories and everything, all of those are form of body consciousness because they are talking about people, their actions, their behavior, their characteristic. So Baba is the only one who keeps bringing us back to soul consciousness. Right? So let's remember our Supreme Beloved Father. I see myself in my home, the land of peace, the land of silence. And I see myself, the soul, in the lap of God. I'm God's beloved child. Supreme Father, Pandavpati, the Lord of the Pandav, is showering upon me his divine virtues. I, the soul, the true Pandav, the one who shows path to many others, is becoming pure, seated in my Father's lap. The lap of God is sweet. As I sit on God's lap, I'm free. I'm liberated from all worries. It's just Baba and me. I've renounced the old world, old relationships, old sanskars, and I now belong to my Supreme Father, the ever pure, my Supreme Beloved. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So have a great day with Baba as your Supreme Beloved, being combined with the Father, and I will see you tomorrow. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.